Hi, chat. I didn't realize the image changed. But anyway, hi, guys. How are we? Spin, chair spin. That's good. That's good. Why am I? Oh! I didn't know I did that. I was trying to move my phone tier. Okay, I'm fixing it. Yeah, okay, now I can just. Okay. Anyway, are we excited, everyone? I'm excited. Let me see. I wanted to see. Okay. So I was wrong about this. There you go. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. Me.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
And oh, I can move around kind of. That's cool. Princess in the basement.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. Explore the end of the world. What are you talking about? I'm sorry that she's going to the end of the world because she's locked up. Nope. Good point. Killing your princess is kind of bad, but doesn't. Can someone sees forget it? I'm not doing this. Okay. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked
While
up?
I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
The little hooked finger. Anyway. Okay, well, he doesn't know that.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
I don't know if I agree with doing my job. I know the world, what we're talking about. See, that's like a Disney view. No. A reward? Okay. If we wanted to drop a Marna, you will appreciate. Turn on the leaf. That's funny.
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider?
Have you considered?
Nobody
No, but come
wants
on.
the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but
Not evil.
surely you're not one of those, right?
To kill one person over speculation. Okay, you know what? We're gonna take a silent route. Yes.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Okay.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Who's this guy?
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Oh?
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Pick the blade or just in the basement. Okay. I mean, it could just be speculating that she is going to end the world, but why take... Or sorry, why just... I don't... I think I feel a little bit of anxiety to not take the blade. I feel... I'm a big, strong... whatever I am. I have a hook on my finger. I think I could do without the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Is it?
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Hey, we don't need them. Calm down, hero. It's just a voice. It's just like a cutie patootie.
It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Am I? Oh, so you can choose to lie or genuine. It sounds like a very, I would say this. Hey, I think I'm here to slay you? Question mark? Like, that feels like something I would do.
You must have the wrong address.
Cute. No address outside, though.
Great job. You've given away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Thanks. You're so enthusiastic.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
It's a little excessive, but I mean, I could obviously, like, if I needed to, I could just run back up and get the dagger at this point.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Okay, well, that's rude. Yeah, this guy isn't moving.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. You were joking about coming to kill me, right? Do you think you could get me out of these chains?
I do want to talk a bit first. I don't want to just blatantly trust her. That's not it. The narrator makes a good point that, I mean, why would she be put down here if not for protection?
Okay.
Oh, she looks so sweet. Oh, she's so tired. Look at those big eyes. Okay. Name. You ask her a name. Make small talk. That just seems useless. I don't think she really wants that. Anyway, so you're currently going to end the world. No, it's too much. Probably won't enjoy that. Okay. What have you been eating or drinking? That's an interesting question. But I don't want to ask that first. I'll let her out of here. See if that would probably test if she's like seen the outside world at all too. I wonder. Oh wait, why did this just design or she scratched the walls? Anyway, maybe I know how to let you out. Okay, I won't kill you, but I can't just let you free. It's too risky. What if I stayed here for a while and just kept you company? Maybe then everyone could be happy. Well, that's interesting. Trying to be the middleman. Wait here at least we can give to each other. Decide what to do. No, just stand up. Retrieve the blade. Examine the change. I want to get you out of here. Examine the change. Chains, not change. I want to ask her her name. That seems like a simple enough question.
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Okay, Your Royal Highness. So sweet.
Is
Hurts.
Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
Har har, hero. Okay, no. We're not gonna ask Hero's voice. That's crazy. I want to see what she thinks about this. I won't kill you, but I can't just set you free. It's too risky. What if I stayed for a while and just kept you company? Maybe then everyone could be happy?
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
So you weren't kidding on the stairs. I thought you were just making a bad joke. You were actually sent here to kill me?
Okay, well, she's quizzical. That didn't exactly, go how I wanted it to.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
Oh, she's been here for so long already.
So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help.
That's interesting. I want to make it easier for me.
But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
I don't like the look she's giving me, guys.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one. Thank you.
Shut up, narrator. I don't like you either, but...
You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
Oh, she's so scary.
Fine. Turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
I'm not leaving you behind, lady. I didn't say that.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
Hero, calm down. Hero, please.
She has to be bluffing, but hurry.
Oh, jeez, narrator.
You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation.
That's what you say.
Okay. If we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all. You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet.
Oh, I don't like this.
Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen.
Oh. She just melts?
Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
I don't think so. Maybe, maybe the perspective changed a little bit? Lost an arm, looking for it down here and down there and then got off her wrong foot. No, she actually doesn't want that, because I mean, she literally tore off her hand. If it was the wrong foot, she would have tear off her foot. Obviously, guys.
Why don't
Hello?
you come closer? I have something to show you.
Oh, wait. It's just a hand. I don't want to just leave. Let's... Oh, God. Let's finish
Your
this.
eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she?
What I'm saying. Oh, she wants me to go closer to, well, her only remnants of her that we know is there. Closing the door behind you just... okay, let's
As you step towards the severed limb, you hear the pattering of feet behind you, soft against the basement floor, then loud and desperate against the stairs. You turn to chase after the princess, but she's fast and has too much of a lead.
Oh no.
She slams the door behind her before you can make it to the top of the stairs. The lock clicks into place.
That's not very nice. Hold on, hero.
Thanks for letting me out. I'd return the favor, but I think we both know that I can't trust you to let me stay free.
With those parting words, the princess walks away, her quiet footsteps eventually fading as she leaves you and the cabin to rot. You're stuck here, alone.
Oops.
It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over.
We have the knife. Why can't we just, like, stab at the door until it opens?
You don't know how much time passes before the end, but eventually it comes. The world ends, and you end with it.
Or did I just end? Am I the world in this situation? Because that would kind of make sense. Chapter 2, The Witch.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Wait, let me save. Anyway.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Yep. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
Sound a little too confident.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him.
Oh dear. I see the voices in my head.
You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
The narrator, just another voice? It makes sense why he thinks the world's going to end.
Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done.
Well, I'm getting the job done, not you. I feel like, I'm the body. I'm chilling with my crooked finger. Why?
The interior of
Oh,
the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
okay, but there's something new. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. Oh, he didn't.
That's
Narrator.
because there isn't a mirror. There's the muddy shelf, the blade sitting on the muddy shelf, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Oh. It's not doing his
There's
job.
definitely a mirror.
Very well.
But he says
Definitely.
there isn't one. That's got to count for something, right?
Ew. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
What do you mean?
This really isn't funny.
It isn't. Swipe the mirror.
You reach forward
Oh.
and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
Oh, look at my silly
I hope
hand.
you know how ridiculous you
like a
look right
cartoon.
now.
Hello, narrator.
Well, at least we can all agree now that there's nothing to see here. Case closed. Good work, everyone.
Take the
You take the
blade.
blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it.
That's true. That is true.
That's
I
not
prefer that.
actually a bad idea.
No, it's not. Good job, opportunist. I swear to the show. Let's go to the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth.
I feel that. It does feel like it wants to eat me.
The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably
Do
be doing
you
her a
obey
favor.
that? He likes saying that.
Her voice skitters up from below.
Kinda rude. What if she likes her hair, mouth, room?
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Oh dear.
I
Hello?
recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
Well, I remember what you've done. You're the one that locked me in the basement and left me to die.
She must have you confused with someone else.
Okay, there we
She
go.
seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
What do you... Yes, for anyone else's?
Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
Thank you, hero.
You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss.
Is he the boss?
Thank you.
Ooh,
You
it's
descend
cool.
the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
Looks sick.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
Why would we just hide behind her back? That's so obvious.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
Because I didn't realize we were just hiding behind her back. That's so stupid.
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh.
Yeah, almost
no.
like we told you.
You've already been here, haven't you?
Yes, we tried to tell you. You. Oh my god.
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out?
Nice.
Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it.
Oh, totally.
So, you really don't remember us, do you?
Hmm.
No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true.
Because the narrator just only believes what he sees. He is only there to narrate what's happening, I suppose.
I'm just glad we could put all this behind us.
My cartoonists, I'm so like, you say, like, every other sentence, I just feel a hatred for you.
Is it all behind us?
See? I would say exactly that.
Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her.
Am I the world once again? I feel like
Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy.
Did that last time? The same
Don't
time.
talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Dear. No, it's two. That's no. Oh, really? Oh, honest, yeah. I didn't do shit to you last time, okay? You're the one who locked me away until I died.
That is an exceptionally good point.
And you were the conniving beast that left in search of steel to slay me. Just because I won and you lost doesn't mean I'm to blame for bad blood.
Okay. That's a good point.
Also a good point. She can't even hear you. Why are you trying to brown-nose her? I'm not brown-nosing anyone. I'm just taking a fair and balanced approach and hearing out everything that everyone has to say. If she's in the wrong, then you don't have anything to worry about.
But I must confess, this place never let me out into the world. While you were gasping your last down below, I was trying to claw and bash and break my way out. But I never did manage to be free. Until finally, I found myself here again, and you were gone.
That's interesting. She only found freedom back here?
It seems that you get to come and go as you please. So you may be a bigger part of the answer to this riddle than I'd like you to be. Maybe bygones can be bygones.
Can I go as I please? Because I do seem to end up only here.
But you'll have to let me out first.
Okay. She did cut her arm off to do that, though. Nope, that didn't work last time. Or just silently slay her. Yeah, why do I have a nagging feeling you're going to stab me in the back if I help you out here?
And why would I do such a thing? Is someone's guilty conscience getting to them? But I wouldn't worry. As much as I may hate you, letting you live is in my best interests. If you get me out of here, The only thing that will be dead and buried is the bad blood between us.
Yes, but also...
Oh,
Excuse
that
me.
nagging feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential
Thanks,
backstabbing event.
Opportunist. I appreciate
She
you
needs
so
us
much.
to get out of here. We'll be fine if that's what we decide to do. You
Will
won't
we?
be fine because destruction is in her nature. If she gets out of here, that's it for the world, remember? Even if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's going to stab us in the back. I think that depends on your definition of words like stab and in the back. She might not literally do that, but she could very well symbolically do the same thing. See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for number one.
Yep. Can't you get out of those chains yourself on your own? Those chains didn't stop you last time. And I know you cut your arm off, but I'm still curious.
Oh, of course. They're nothing to me.
Oh,
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
well then.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest.
Oh, sure.
This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
So she just, gets, lost a lot of weight, hungry, so makes sense. Okay, well, let's leave. Not much else I can do here.
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face.
Oh my gosh.
She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
What
Oh
let's?
no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us. It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here. Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her.
Oh, I do like this version quite a bit. I think it's an animalistic take because, well, we did kind of treat her like an animal, I feel.
We're armed and she's not. What's she gonna do? Bite us when we're not looking?
Enjoy,
Talking a
hero.
lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
No, I'm not gonna give her. I'm just gonna step under the stairs.
That's right. You're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
Boy.
That's exactly what I'm worried about. You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like. You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous. You want us to turn around and kill her.
That's a good point.
I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you. Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her.
It's true.
No.
Yeah.
The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself. But
Yeah, I agree.
the princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach. Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened.
Hero, I swear to God.
You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you? Why did you just say that?
Yeah, because you're jinxing everything, aren't you?
I think we know why.
Did we? I don't know. Or we're just getting anxiety from the narrator.
You feel something dig into your shoulder, sharp
Yeah.
and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full
Oh.
weight. Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. you feel something pop.
He fell a lot harder, I feel like.
The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as
In
she
her
struggles to
history?
recover from the impact.
Oh no.
You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realise that you won't be getting up. Wait, why won't we be getting up? I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and
Well then.
you had several.
That's very ow, what the heck?
You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back.
Neither do I. As much as it's like, oh wow, the princess broke my back. That doesn't. That's like, can't brag about it this way, guys.
We were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that?
Because, well, I mean, I guess we didn't trust her, so it makes sense.
It's what I would have done. Have you considered not being like that?
I'm saying.
Of course not. It's what keeps us alive. And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
Really, we did anything, you did more. Yeah, I'm like, say nothing.
By our very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned where she'd turn her back on us and I'd say, now stab her in the back! Do it now!
So anything, she's like the opportunist.
And then you'd say something like, wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us. And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back. Why didn't you tell us your plan before we agreed to go first?
That's true.
Because then you'd have had to lie to her. And you're a terrible liar.
Are we now? I beg to differ.
That's not... Okay, that's actually a good point.
Okay, well, never mind. Whatever.
It would have been a good point if it had actually worked. But it didn't work, did it?
It didn't. Boy.
Well, it's not my fault that nobody listened to me.
I just don't take every opportunity to
The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up.
Oh dear. It's like she's got a little brokenness too.
Ho ho ho! So she's got it as bad as us.
I don't know what she was expecting. I fell back on her, so she definitely would have gotten worse.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
Karma, maybe?
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
It's twitching. Hurts. Oh, I don't think I could survive here down for as much as for however long she was down here. That's.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Nope.
Wait, are we both just stuck here?
Same as what happened last time, because she mentioned that she couldn't get out.
Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. The world could be saved after all.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Hey, I didn't think she hated me that much. That feels a little unnecessary.
Is that really what's going to happen? Hello?
No.
Are you still there?
Narrator?
What happens next?
Narrator? Oh, he doesn't respond.
I think he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape.
That narrator?
I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
Oh dear. I don't think either of us are watching each other get worms. Oh dear. Oh, that's so normal. She just. You don't get the chance to respond. Something is taking you away, and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we even go about looking for her.
Does this mean we won?
I don't think so, opportunist.
Right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
The only thing is a mirror. And we only see ourselves in the mirror, so I think... I'd also like to point out that the narrator is gone.
Does that mean the world ended?
Because the narrator is the world, which is also us, in that sense.
We're top of the pecking order now. Right, boys? I'm begging you, don't do this.
Approaching the mirror, you can't stop me. His eye, the body controller. Oh dear me. Okay. Ignore him. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
I'm the Ellen hero.
If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Phew. You're alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. I keep hearing sounds actually, so I don't know about that. See to the cabin? You were at the cabin. Oh dear me. Let's approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Suppose not. Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
You know the narrator.
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Can feed me or speak on her own.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
It's the gift of a fragile vessel.
Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one is hope marred by bitterness and betrayal. She could see the end of the tunnel, and the door was closed on her. She will make for a righteous heart. Do not mourn her. She is finally on the other side.
Is she? What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Suppose that's fair. Can't just have one personality.
I have not lived.
Yeah. Mm.
I am not afraid to die.
Mm. How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
Fair, I suppose. How many more pieces are there?
More than
Of
you
you.
have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Mm. Since I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Two people are the only things I only see one other person. I suppose it would be the only world to me. We're removing each other. Let it be. And okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Oh, everything goes dark and you die. Damn. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
It will be the end of me. Note, you can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard or RI on your controller. Okay. I'm fine with going through this. I mean, why would I don't remember any of it, so let's just go for it. Silently continue.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Hero's back.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
So, our lovely hands lady is not real, so it will not hurt if she dies, but she's also speaking for herself, not for the princess. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Under the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
That's different.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Going into her domain, she knows these rocks better than anyone, I bet.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. Good. You're still listening to reason.
I'm not listening to anything. I'm just choosing not to say anything.
You walk down the stairs. and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
No. Haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Seeing that she wants to talk.
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
She wants to talk, and I like that she likes to talk. Unlike last time. So drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
We'll be fine.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Her. Oh, she was anxious. Dude. How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting.
Very much
Right?
is.
She is. I'm sure of it.
Well, yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
I'm told things, but I'm not sure what to
Believe
believe.
me.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation.
I want to know her name. What's her name? Let's see.
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Interesting.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
You didn't get a straight answer with me. I'm here because you're supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Well, I am.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
I'm going somewhere in Christchurch, yeah. I don't know what that is. No, but I'm sure they have to keep that secret. Not really. I'm told not. I was hoping you'd tell me. Hoping you tell me.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
Oops. Got my phone. Oh boy.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust.
Use yourself as a majesty, not a princess. Expecting to
So
be
do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
Okay, talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
It's too far away. Getting out of here, I guess.
You have to be kidding me.
Shut up.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Well, we don't know that. Yep. Maybe he's still lying up. If not, maybe I can at least find something to break free.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Oh.
Your
Let
shouts
me
and
out.
pleas are
Yeah.
met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
We're on the bottom of the stairs.
You make
Crap.
your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
I don't know where my blade is.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
It would. I mean... How was she supposed to get out here with a locked door? Save the princess.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound.
Desperation did see that.
Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
No.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Stop.
Watch me.
Warn her.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect.
Okay, good. I guess,
Stop
I don't
it.
know.
Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
You're trying to get her not out here alive. That's not very nice. Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
Oh.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Oh dear.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your
Maybe
butchered
it
neck.
wouldn't have happened if you hadn't have tried to do this. Oh my gosh, narrator.
This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
It was. The prisoner. Chapter
You're
2.
on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, no, yeah.
Don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around.
Yep, skeptic.
I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying.
Think we get a new voice every time,
I'm
yeah?
inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Yes. Soon I'm telling the truth, and all this really did happen. Doesn't need much anything. Yep.
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
She didn't listen to us, mister. Rude.
The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess. You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do. Which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting.
Yes.
But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all.
Sure
I
you
doubt
are.
this. Oh, oops. Skeptic.
I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
That sounds pretty consequence-filled to me, actually.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
What a
Don't know.
conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
He was actively bleeding out in the arm.
Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are.
You're talking in circles.
That's what the princess said last
No,
time.
I'm talking in facts.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she
No.
will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
Did you just say wink out loud?
No, I didn't. Wink.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Into the cabin. So far, doesn't look very different.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Approach the mirror again.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
I can.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago,
And now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Whole cabin is different from
Very
last time.
different. Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely.
now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
I'm not taking the blade.
I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation, and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon.
Use.
Are you sure? She killed us with it last time. What if she turns it against us again?
Yes, I'm sure, and I've already got a plan for that.
I'm sure you do, Skeptic.
Still with those past life delusions, are we? I hope part of that plan is don't give the world any monstrosity your only weapon, because unless you've decided to arm the princess, I don't think you need to worry about her having a weapon.
Peachy, we'll be fine.
Okay. I'm trusting you.
take the blade. Hey, don't I get to say here? What's the big idea? Yeah.
But not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go.
Wonderful. You do exactly that, sweeping the blade from the table before proceeding to the basement.
Boy.
Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it.
No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
So much for cutting her out of here. Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table.
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
There's always a chain on your wall randomly.
That was there last time too, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It was.
What an
Us, I
interesting
suppose.
development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
I'll sit with you.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Okay.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Were you? Yeah, let's sit here.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that?
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true.
Oh, really?
As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
It's complicated things. How exactly?
Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
A contingency for what?
For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles.
True.
I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
That's pathetic.
I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright?
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't. Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
What happened after I died last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows?
Because I am the world. And the world is.
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
Another chain on the wall. Who's it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
You were asking about my intentions earlier. What do you mean by that?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, and I don't see any keys in your hands either. So I'm afraid my only way out is another surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she'd survive a beheading? You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her. Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Shut up, narrator.
Why is that? Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
Other scenario doesn't seem to work.
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it? I don't know. Maybe it will. He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
Not really. Not the intention.
But what if he's telling the truth? He isn't. I am.
Back the shadow.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next. What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad?
Eaten box? It seemed like one you're supposed to go around your neck, too, honestly.
Yes, it's bad. Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time. Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck. And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement. Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here now?
So we have the lady to talk to.
Yes.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now?
Too upset about it. We're chilling.
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve. That's horrible. It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information. Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch? No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
Sure. But we're both stuck here.
Yep.
You know this is going to happen to
No.
me? Yeah, makes sense.
You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything. This is so boring.
Shut up.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing. But there isn't.
Really not.
Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent. At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything.
The world is not safe.
She's not ending anything. She's just sitting there.
For the world.
Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it. How exactly does that work?
Hello, pretty lady.
It just does. But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same. If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist.
Gosh.
That's just how things work. I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there, but then they get larger and larger.
Maybe notice the basement
I don't
changing?
like small talk.
Okay.
That's rude.
Calm down. She doesn't, it's fine.
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls. That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happens to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode. She hasn't starved.
Yeah.
I guess she hasn't. Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass, until suddenly there are no walls. And
Mm-hmm. Bye-bye,
I think he's
narrator.
gone.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold.
You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I'm here. Precious good. For you, there's nothing for me. When to be caged, trust me, we've been here before. You always get
But
scared.
it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
It's the end for you, but not for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. No, that can't be right. There has to be something more.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Wait until the reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Throne. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach the princess.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself.
She can't even look at herself. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall goes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
And kinder to me than anyone else I've ever met. Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Do you have any thoughts on this
This
vessel?
one is determined, but also cautious. One that would rather let the world move around her than move it herself. She will make for a patient heart.
We've had a righteous heart and a patient heart so far.
Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse that your things will be.
There is a hurt that dwells in them, but they are not me. They are thoughts and perspectives. They are feelings that inform my being. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I cannot be as I was before. There are new spaces that I must fill.
What if I don't want to bring any new vessels? What if I just wait here forever?
Then we will remain here as we are now, barely finished, damp, cavernous. If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
So sweet. We have no need to wait. Say nice for the bottom. Am I? Why? Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Go back.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Let's skip past this time. Let's turn around and leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Nope. Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Turn around again and leave.
You're really
Again.
keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Ever. Good, maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the wood and asking me to kill
When I
someone
said
for them.
everyone, I meant everyone. That's a pretty large group to just condemn to death over a single princess. And, last I checked, you're part of everyone too, so if you think about it, walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really in your best interests as well.
Well,
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
I guess I start walking in a different direction. Again, in fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place. This is fun.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
Oh my.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just lose track of just how long
I didn't
you
mean to do
spend
that.
aimlessly
I
tromping
didn't
through
expect
the
you to do that.
wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
I die. Because I'm trekking through the woods. After two, a stranger.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
What is that?
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Let's not. Yeah, I get it. I'm going to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it.
Contrarian.
Let's
Interesting.
keep an open mind.
Proceed into the cabin.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Oh, wait. So that's fun.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust.
Oh. Let's see. Whee! Everybody, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity, anyways?
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that. But when everything here is so wrong.
Whee!
Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
The mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
My
I
hand
hope
is
you know
so
how
cool.
ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
To the basement.
The door to the basement creaks
wow.
open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
I want the center staircase.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere. You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else. And so you take one careful, focused step after another. One foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways. But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
Oh, my hands
Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity.
Can I help you?
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs.
Oh dear me.
Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here.
Impatient.
And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize I
And
was
yet
here.
you are. How strange. Do you remember anything at all? Do you know why you're here? Do you know me?
The shadows recede, revealing the princess's face. She's so blank. I have no idea who she is. Isn't that fun? A new puzzle for us to take apart. If she's keeping her cards close to her chest, it's because she wants to deceive you.
It's okay. Don't worry. Sometimes I get lost here too.
Oh no.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? Don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? Again? Have you been here before?
Oh
Should
dear.
we tell him? Nah, let him stew. Right, I'm telling him. Yeah, we've been here before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned around and left. Until... It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Oh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
No, you're locked up down here for a reason. You know why you're
Is this
down
a
here?
quiz? If you're here, then surely you know why I'm here. But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it.
I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
I don't want to. What's your name?
Princess. You can call me Princess if you'd like. It doesn't matter. I've been down here for so long. What's the point of a name if there's no one around to use it?
None of them have names. How astute.
Fun.
I told you she was untrustworthy.
Getting down here was weird. Like it was pulled apart and put back together again. You know what
I don't
happened to
remember
me?
what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you? Oh, I thought they would send something better to deal with me. If the stairs managed to chew you up, I will devour you. Sometimes
my.
I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either. We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
I let you out of here. What are you going to do?
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. What do you want me to say? That I'd be a good person? You either trust me or you believe that I'm dangerous. What I say won't change how you already feel about me. Besides, you already know what I'm going to do. If you want to put an end to me, then put an end to me.
Not a single real answer. At least aside from Miss Blood and Destruction, it's infuriating, isn't it? Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under?
Calm down,
Not
contrary.
exactly how I put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. Asking questions just seems to make things worse. This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her. Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Oh, it doesn't let you choose. Oh, like, so everyone to answer. Okay. So we're getting you out of here. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. Leave in the basement and retrieve the blade. Wow.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her, leave her to perish alone.
Oh, this one we set her free. This one she kills us, I'm guessing. This one we leave her. This one we kill her and she fights back. And this one I think we also leave her, but she doesn't care.
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart.
This one we stabbed her. Oh my gosh.
I think he's gone.
The cat.
We
Sorry,
were never
beautiful.
going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
My gosh, yes, they do.
It's a
These
little late
guys.
for regret, isn't it?
Please.
Do my best. And we're back. There's no choice from everything's possible. They'll never know if she hears her reply. She's gone.
She's gone?
Memory returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
That thing is us. The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into our reflection. Silent as you reach forward. You're gone once again. The mirror always makes him leave, and you need to see what's in it. Withered. You find yourself in a long quiet once again. Feet to the cabin. Yay, Pookie! Hello. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't this change? Doesn't it make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
Anything that makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
What do you think of this vessel?
These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and wall. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. They will make for a rich and vibrant heart.
So we've had righteous, patient, and now rich and vibrant.
Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right?
If that remains your choice when all is said and done, then you may try. I will regret destroying you if that is what we come to.
You know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Have you figured out what you want when you're finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, my awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of self-knowledge.
For our body. You raise your will to end your life. As it buries into the space your body should be, feel nothing at all. One of the many hands upon you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
ready to go
I
back.
will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
We're just going straightforward. Silently continue the cabin. Straight at it.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
Just into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost...
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slip.
Yes, we're going, you guys. Snap.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is...
Okay. Continue down the
Good.
stairs.
You're still listening to reason.
Let's go.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Kill your nerves and stuff.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Yes. Already made up my mind. I'm slaying the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Oh, wow.
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
I'm not sure. I feel like she has to have some kind of trick over it. No. I mean, I'm not sure. I would just go for it. It was just, I'm not sure. But of course she is. Of course it is.
Yes.
He's dead.
Exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone.
Lost our world.
Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them.
Oh,
Don't
boy.
worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Sure. I'm hoping I'd get a better ending for saving the
This
world.
isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No, This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
About that.
Psst. Hey, we're not just going to stay here forever, right?
Mm. You hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy.
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
Okay, maybe I'm not happy. I'm not just saying that because you're the last person I talked to.
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here. Though you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you know?
He says he.
There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
When he using the blade, kill us? No. Just anything to get out of this hell. Yeah,
Thank you.
Excuse me? It's he.
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Chapter 2, The Spectre.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I killed myself. What am I doing
I can
here?
assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
So sad.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Alright, let's proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. She won't be a problem.
Proceed into the cabin. I have voices. Yeah, that didn't sound right. Since we just went in and stab.
The interior of the cabin is cold. A soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Oh, damn. Approach the mirror, as always.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's
a wall.
There
There isn't much to see here.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
What's the mirror? Maybe?
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago. And now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
Damn. Alright, let's just enter the basement.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick... Okay, she's definitely dead.
Okay.
It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin. And finally,
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost!
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Hooga booga.
How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. We could probably grab her and kill her again, if we wanted to. We don't even need a blade. She looks fragile enough to me.
And see how things play out.
I see you don't have that annoying knife anymore. So, does that mean you regret what you've done? Are you here to apologize and make nice? Big for absolution, maybe? Because I might be interested in seeing a little begging.
Oh. We're sisters until you... Okay, so you know why you came back?
How should I know? Why does anyone come back? Maybe I have unfinished business with you. Or maybe you have unfinished business with me. All I know is there's a hole in my chest. Not the big obvious one that you put there. There's something older and deeper. A nagging reminder that I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
You want me to die? You want me to kill myself to satisfy some sort of sick revenge fantasy? So I already did that, and it wouldn't be hard to do it again.
Are we putting this to a vote? Because personally, I'd prefer if we didn't die again. If that's what it comes down to, that's what it comes down to. But I don't see the point of offing ourselves just yet.
Oh, that's sweet of you to offer. But killing yourself wouldn't help either of us.
It would seem that everyone here is in agreement except for you. I shouldn't have to tell you that you shouldn't kill yourself. Please, try to keep your suicidal tendencies in check.
I just want to go home.
And just where is home, I wonder?
I don't know where home is. I just know it isn't here. But I can feel it calling to me from someplace far away. Wherever I'm supposed to be, it's out there,
How specific. And how convenient for her. You see what she's doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's suggesting that the only way you can rid yourself of her would be to let her out, which, in case you haven't been listening, will spell the end of the entire world.
Okay. After I killed you, this cabin, I want to say, teleported? I wasn't in the woods anymore. Time stopped meaning anything, and I had to kill myself to escape.
You poor thing. That must have been so frightening for you.
You know, after everything we've been through, it's nice to see someone finally sympathising with us.
To be
This whole
sarcastic,
thing's
and we
been an
did
ordeal, hasn't it? She doesn't mean it.
It serves you right.
Yep.
I was pretty scared too, when you stood there not saying a word with a knife clenched in your fist. But now you know how bad it hurts to get stabbed in the chest.
It sounds like you got exactly what you're owed.
That was okay. Play, leave in the basement. Hmm. I died too, and I'm not floating around like you. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different?
You don't look dead, killer.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
And you don't feel dead either.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are. I've tried to leave on my own. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here. I just want to go home. I'm so cold and alone here. But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride.
After all, you own me.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us?
Ooh.
She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it? Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly. You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
Before I agree to anything, we need to talk about what happens after you leave this place. I was told you in the world.
You just believed that? You killed me without giving it any thought? That's cold.
That's rich coming from her. Every time she touches us, it's like we freeze over. She is right, though, but that's neither here nor there. What's done is done. What we do from this point forward is all that matters. Let's try not to let emotion get the better of it.
What are you going to do if I help you get out of here?
I don't know. Maybe I'll just fade away. Finally able to rest once I'm free from my unfinished business. Maybe I'll find someone to haunt. Maybe I'll haunt you. It's a tough question, asking someone what she's going to do with her life.
The princess leans in close and pauses, the frigid air between you stale and unmoving.
Especially when that someone is dead.
She pulls back with a playful giggle.
I don't think most living people could answer that either. Does anyone actually know who they are or what they want?
Are you going to end the world? No, let's leave it at that. Okay, there you go. Okay, I've given it enough thought. Let's get you out of here.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul. I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over? I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body. You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Come on, you. You've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now, but we still have to get out of here.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
So, it doesn't work like that for you? Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor. Are they also supposed to be you?
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass,
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
I'm a voice? I'm me is what I am. Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too. I'm clearly the same thing you are.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen. Obviously, she's nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
Think straight, there's too much noise.
It's okay. We're almost out of here. Just take it one step at a time, and everything will be fine.
Everything won't be fine if you listen to her. One way or another, this is all going to end. Wouldn't it be nice if he ends with it?
Wouldn't that be nice? There's only one way to find out.
Leave the basement.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world? It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world. Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world. I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn? Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door. For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make amends too.
Not at all. I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as I am able.
Oh my goodness.
It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate. And whine. This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
Stretch forward.
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
We're so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we get out of here, I won't even care that you murdered me anymore.
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will. Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next.
Open the door.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open. Collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see... Yes?
Nothing. He's gone, and so is everything else.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose.
Oh, that's interesting.
But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world? We're still here. Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
Okay, I've heard enough from these two. Let's see if I can pop out.
Feel lightness in your chest, a pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare up at you.
You actually freed me, didn't you? I'm outside. Thanks for giving me a second chance, Philip.
Don't mention it.
I think this is where I'm meant to be.
You don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for
I
me.
would have kept them in the dark if I were you. What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into our reflection. Silent as you reach forward, but gone once again. The mirror always makes him leave. You need to see what's in it. You're unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. There she is. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know me? Do you want to tell me?
Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me, short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins. I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
There's trees and stars, and there are people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
You think everything is real out there? You think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is vaporous. She is a dream of a life she could never have, but that longing has given her so much capacity for kindness. She will make for a yearning heart.
So we've had righteous, patient, the combined ones. Now we have yearning.
Do not mourn her. She will finally be able to hold what she never knew.
You know what's going to happen when you awaken?
No, the point of awakening is to find out.
When you see me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
This is the last time. Is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
You know we're going to fight when this is over. Do you really want me to bring you to the last vessel?
We may fight, and we may not. But not all fights end in destruction, just as not all conversations end in peace. Even if you destroy me, it will have been worth it to finally know what I am, and to have had the chance to know you.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me.
The princess isn't
They never
speaking.
fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
This last stage is for the completion, and I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here. No. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Killing Princess seems kind of bad, though. Doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Did someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
And then continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
We're gonna go with Hero wrote. Nistly.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Hello? Oh, that was weird. Just let me change it for a second. It's like, oh, please give me a choice.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the
Princess really lives here. Slaying her is probably doing her a favor. I like the way he says that. So
her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have
Kinda
to
like
hear
that first
once to
run-through.
remember it for the rest of your life.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Say hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
See what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
No, you're doing the right thing.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around it. Okay, wait, no, okay. And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
Agreed.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Rude.
Is someone else here?
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Great, return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
Very similar to our
I
first
heard
run
the
through.
door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
That's different.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike,
damn.
it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't
Oh
just let her
boy.
escape into the world.
He ruins this again.
No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Okay, we can warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Yeah, I don't want to do this. It's different though. She's more panicked.
Your body lunges forward,
Oh.
the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
I really don't want to hurt her this time though.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Oh boy.
She plunges it into
Aw.
your chest, tearing through flesh
So
and
sad,
sinew.
though.
It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? You start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
Holy cow.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And and you die.
Goodbye, princess. Ah! Chapter 2, The Damsel.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Alright. Okay. Okay. Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks. Yes.
What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time.
Oh,
if he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of
Smitten.
last time, did he? If you're going to save our beloved,
Smitten.
you'll have to be sneaky about it.
Oh my gosh, our beloved.
Our beloved?
Oh my gosh, let's totally be flirtatious this round, guys.
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess.
Interesting, yeah.
Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Four? Oh wait,
See
never
about
mind.
that.
Okay.
Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I
Why
say?
not?
A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Okay, let's proceed to the cabin. Because I don't like telling the narrator stuff. Horror game into dating. Yes! Yes, I know.
She will love. We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Aww.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Lead into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your...
Yes, we know. Alright, we're gonna ignore the mirror for once, actually, I decided. But we're gonna take the blade to help her out.
You take the blade from the table. I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword. That way she'll know we can defend her from her enemies. Hopefully it doesn't
Spin
put her
guy
on
is so
edge,
funny.
and hopefully it doesn't get turned on us. Again. There's no use arguing over motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job.
Alright. Let's enter the basement. We're just gonna ignore the mirror for once. Open and disappears too. Interesting.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
So cute.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
Oh, God.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
Hmm.
And she called us a hero.
Reptilian stuff.
Flattery
Yeah.
really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before. That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Do I have to cut you out again? I really didn't care for that last time.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Happened after I died.
You died, and now we're talking.
No. Sorry about what happened last time. The narrator sent me here to kill you, took over my body. It's extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Oh my gosh.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right.
Luckily.
Because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Rescue the princess.
No. I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? Yes. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you.
Yeah.
He has a lot of strong feelings, and doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
Oh.
Are you sure you want to do this? Just one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade is buried in her back, and everyone out there is saved. Is that a threat? You know what we'll do if you try it. You're going to regret this.
What do we do now?
What do you want
Let
to
me
do?
guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
Sure.
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
You want to leave? Let's leave.
That sounds perfect.
As the princess
Oh.
takes your hand in hers, you let your blade tumble uselessly to the floor, and with it tumbles the last hope for the entire world. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand.
Yes, we do.
Look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair! We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Yeah, it is really cute. I really like Spectre, though, personally.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Shut up.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Maybe we can open if we try together.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Yay!
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech.
I love narrator's reaction to this.
And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs. Her freedom and the world's ruin are just a few moments away. If you don't mind, I'm going to fix myself a drink before you ruin everything. If I'm about to see the end of the world, I'd rather not see it sober.
That's
You know, if her walking out that door is really going to end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone. That's not how this works. Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending.
Why don't you just be happy with each other? What if we just say, stop it with these interruptions, I already have my mind leaving. Just ignore them.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you
What
are
does she
going to
want?
do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Oh my gosh. Everything. Okay, what is it? Okay, wait, the sound's getting worse. Uh-oh.
Our happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Feathers. So we're a bird? Okay. We don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Explore, push. It's going to be okay, just trust me. You've been here before and you always
But
get
it feels
scared.
so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
Approach the mirror. Oh. You approach the mirror and you reach out. Silence as you reach forward. You're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. You need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. That isn't right. You can't be nothing. Refocus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
You know what I am.
Oh, God. Crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image and the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. And then another crack forms, and another... Oh, wait, no, I already read that. What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Ooh. Okay, so we don't get a lot of questions. Okay. But the narrator is wondering. No, that's so useful. Like you've said something like that before. Has every narrator really been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Okay. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that?
It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically.
Are you a part of me, or are you part of something else?
No, I'm not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is?
After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live?
Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I?
You were either going to have seen all this, or you weren't going to have seen all this. This is worse, but you still have an opportunity to save the world. You can still slay her.
You have anything to say for yourself? For all this hubris?
I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
I wanted me to slay the princess. Why?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed. And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Like 3 questions left, it seems. What is my true identity?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
Oh, wow. What? I'm sure death is important. No, not that. Why would you want to rid the world of death?
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die.
so you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
That's right. I think you're out of time.
So I am. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator is right. You're the long quiet, the vast and nascent God. It is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Jump scare. Oh my.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
You know what, the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Even if she is, actually something that will destroy the world. I'm curious. Don't you have a say in all this? Why is this all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
There's so many stories we left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? It didn't even matter what roads I walked, if all of them would have led to this moment.
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
I was asking a question. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Hi.
Your left leg drives a stake into your body, and another,
Oh.
and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go?
Oh wow.
But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you, forever and ever and ever, consumed by true belief there was
This is
nothing
cool.
that could hold us back.
Rest the statements vessel. That feeling never left me.
Then there's no need for you to fight with me now. Whenever you're ready, we can move together, hand in loving hand. Shivers as his thorns unseen fingers dance across your skin. They remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they don't return it. I offer you absolution, and you take my hand in yours. You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything your thoughts was used to set me free. Without sin, there is no redemption.
Press sin directly. I'm going to sacrifice everything to free you again. Yes, I really like her.
There's nothing left for you to sacrifice, so long as you accept me with open arms.
There is no beginning, there is no end, and there is only the flood of there is only the flood of bodies. Hold every possible sensation at once, and then you hold them all again. Sensation at once, and then you hold them all again. But in the end, you reflected it back at me. For a brief moment, both of us were everything. We can be everything again. We can weave a beautiful and endless song.
Just directly. Contain everything is contain everything. I understand you then. I think I understand you now.
You saw with a single pair of eyes what you needed dozens to comprehend. And now here we are, each with millions
so
of
cool.
eyes, and all of them open. To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. By believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck. Bound for eternity, we saw the need for impermanence.
Loved her.
And
This
it was
one too.
through that need that you carved our freedom. Without impermanence, the suffering of living things is infinite. Would you strip my gifts away and leave everyone to suffer in the dark?
That would be torture.
It would. Our purpose is to be and to experience, and their purpose is the same. To be permanent is to cease. To be paused is to be trapped.
Behind your back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move and yet we both don't. For each of us watches the other instead of ourselves. But forever is not forever. I move and you react, and both of us break the other. But breaking is only a moment in time. To change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
Could have been better.
And there is always time.
As the clash between you and Bates begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
What do you think happens if you leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
I don't even think you believe in me. everything you can to make me understand your perspective, and you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Holy shit. Which hero are you?
I'm all of them, I assume, in the same way that you're all of you.
You have no idea how good it is.
After all the times you told me that mirror was going to kill me, I'm genuinely surprised you missed me. But we don't have to get into all that. I'm here now. That's what matters. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Oh?
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
You mean, did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
I'll just hands. Can you just... No. Is the narrator really gone?
It's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
No. I don't actually know how to feel about him being gone.
Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
To the basement.
No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far. The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
I don't know what you want for us.
She sounded just like that. Timid and gentle. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
There you are. You look just like you did when we first met. Let's talk for a bit. Maybe we can figure this out.
It was her. So good to finally see you again.
Yeah, I missed you so much. Not that we've ever really been apart, but still, it feels like it's been so long. Like this is some sort of a big reunion.
Sorry for all the times I hurt you.
No, I'm sorry too. We've done a lot to each other. Like, a lot. But I still like you. And hopefully you still like me. We both let things get a little out of hand. But we don't have to let that stop us from being who we want to be.
You know, when she puts it like that...
I don't think I want to be God.
Me neither. It's so big. It's so much responsibility. And at the end of the day, it just feels like waking up in another basement. It's something we never asked for, trapping us somewhere we never wanted to be.
What just are you? You look like you did the first time we met. Is this the real you?
I'm the princess, the one you've been spending all this time with. I know I've changed a few times, but so have you. And you're still real to me.
So, now that we're at the end of everything, can you finally tell me your name?
I don't have one, and I think I like it better that way. But you can call me Princess if you want. You know, you never told me your name.
I don't think I have one either.
Then I guess I'll call you Quiet.
Not hero.
Oh well, quiet will do. That's always been us, hasn't it?
What do you think of her? What she wanted us to be?
I don't know. I don't think it's fair to judge her. It must be so lonely thinking that she's everything that matters in the world. Thinking that she's the only one with all the answers.
I never thought about it like that. That does sound lonely, doesn't it?
None of this was really fair for either of us, was it?
I don't know. We made it to the other side, and we found each other. I think that means all of the bad was worth it.
Are you the same as you were out there?
I am she as much as she is me. And all of us are both everything and also not everything. I had you there for a second, didn't I? I think I'm different from her, and I'm happy I'm different. I think being her would mean I'd lose a lot of myself along the way. I think I'd have to lose the parts of you that matter to me.
What if you just leave?
Can we actually do that? What would that even mean? Where would we go?
Not knowing what it means is what I want. No, wait. I don't know where we'd go, but as long as it's not here and as long as I'm with you, that's all I want.
I want that too.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to be okay alone?
Yeah, I'm not sure I'll be alone for too long anyways. The others are still around here somewhere. I'll find them.
With the princess. You lead, and the princess follows, and together you leave the basement behind for the last time. It's quiet as you ascend, a comfortable silence filling a space that used to be flooded with violence and words and noisy thoughts. There is an energy in the silence, an electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed on the cabin door. You can see attention seize her. She's unsure of herself for the first time in her long, short existence. She has no part to play anymore, and she knows this, yet she still is. And then she crosses the room to the door's side, and you follow her confident steps.
Come on, princess. It's just a door. Sorry, I'm just a little nervous. This is really it. Whatever happens next will be completely new.
Are you ready? Oh, do I love her? Wait, stop. Oh my god. I think I do.
I love you too.
It's so sweet. Oh my god. Oh, the end. Oh. Gosh, that's beautiful. I'm quite proud of that ending. I do not mind that at all. I've watched a playthrough of this, and their ending was very chaotic, and I enjoyed this ending. I enjoy passive ending. It was kind of intense. It was really intense, but I really liked it. Oh my gosh. My brother was like, I was ready to, oh my gosh. That's a lot. My brother was saying that this would probably take 2 streams, but I don't think as long as he thinks it is, or I guess I did start pretty early too. Wednesday Snake, Spoon's Cat, and Nubs, Small Monster. That's so cute. Thank you so much for playing. As an expression of our gratitude, here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. If you think you'll take a screenshot, you can hide the UII by hitting H. And then... Okay. So this is... Expression of gratitude. So I guess this is like my playlist of what I played through. That's so cool! And now that you've finished the full story for the first time, you've also unlocked a gallery. You can exit from the main and in-game menus under the Memories tab, and it's full of clues that will help you find undiscovered vessels and interactions. Happy hunting. Oh. Return to main menu. Oh, it was so good. I gotta look at Memories. Oh, wow. Beginnings and endings? Oh, did I get all the beginnings and endings? Oh, I guess that makes sense, though. I guess you'd kind of have to. There's so many vessels. The Spectre, the remains of violence, free from hesitation. Anyway, I'm gonna head to get. Okay. Night. NPC, thanks for staying for the whole thing. Enjoy your sleep. The witch, offering one hand while concealing the other. The stranger, a peek behind the curtain, likely far too soon. The prisoner, doubt breaks one shackle while forcing another. The damsel, unquestioning commitment to the other. Oh. Meet your equal in combat. Okay, block your fears away. She's unarmed, is she? Also a feral captive. This is interesting. There's so many. Oh, I can look at. Oh, I locked some still, of course, though. But I had quite a few unlocked, it seems, with her. Oh, also had some locked here. Yeah, there were a few things that I didn't go through, it seems. Vessels. Oh, we only had one locked on here. Oh, that's cool. And both lead to an incomplete existence. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, wow. I didn't do a lot on these one, though. It's still really cool. Okay. What about you? Oh! She was short, yeah. I do remember hers being pretty short. That's interesting. Stranger. Oh, I only missed one of the stranger. That's interesting. Oh, wait, no, I didn't. I got all the stranger. Oh! Okay, cool. I did ask her a lot of questions. I quite enjoyed the stranger. Okay, what about the prisoner? Okay. Also missed quite a few with her, but still. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, what about the damsel? I feel like I didn't get a lot with her either. But yeah, missed quite a few as well. Makes sense though. No. This one. Guess I can't. Cool that I got all the beginnings and endings. But that'll be it for today, chat. Thank you for everyone that came by. Hope everyone has an amazing night. That was Slay the Princess. I will probably be playing it like solo, just like I enjoy finishing out some things. But that was it. Everyone have an amazing night. Thanks for everyone that stopped by. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye, everyone. Bye, ducklings.